Hi guys, and welcome back to the cave. So this video is going to be about balancing or synchronizing, choose whichever term you want to use, the twin carbs on a KZ750. Did a previous video on where we refurbished the carbs, put them back on the bike and then got the bike to start. First time in a long time. There was a misfire on the right hand cylinder. We traced that back to being fuel. Although it had been cleaned really well a couple of times, there's still some dirt hanging around the carbs. So this is like the next logical sequence of now synchronizing the carbs. We'll be using a vacuum gauge to set the synchronization or balance. That said, carb balancing is still a little bit of an art more than an exact science. The video is shot in real time, however I have had to do a voiceover for the soundtrack, for the commentary, because the engine noise, it was just a little bit too noisy to hear with any real clarity. The bike had been warmed up prior to doing the synchronization. I'd warmed it up for about 5 or 10 minutes, so yes, it was up to normal operating temperatures. So let's get on and watch the video. Please leave us some comments or questions at the end. Also, if you could do me a favour and subscribe to the channel, the subscribe button is the Jolly Boy logo. So first we're going to balance or synchronise the carbs. Quite a lot of myths sometimes about what's actually going on. All that's happening when you synchronise a pair of carbs or even a bank of carbs is that you're mechanically synchronising each carb to each other. Nothing more, nothing less than that. Well, let's start by starting the bike up. So if you're not already aware, on the KZ, the vacuum gauge is connected on these takeoff points on the inlet manifold. Each carb side has one. So checking on the vacuum gauge, and if you read left to right, columns 1 and 2 are a fair bit out. So we start adjusting the carbs, and we do that by using this adjusting screw. Now this screw is situated on top of the carb assembly. Bit of a pain to get to, and you have to use a really long screwdriver, although there is apparently a special tool, but I manage with a long screwdriver. So what I'm doing now is monkeying about with the screw that I just mentioned. I'm going to try and find the optimum point when the both carbs will be in balance, and we'll see that in the columns. It's never going to be exact, and there's always going to be a tiny bit of flutter and a tiny bit of movement, but it's as close as reasonably possible to make things work. As both of the carbs become closer in balance or closer in synchronization, the engine note will alter, and also the RPMs will. What I'm doing as well is kind of monkeying around a little bit with the optimal balance of the carbs, but I'll also be slightly altering on the idle screw to get a combination of a good rev level as well. At this point the carbs are starting to run out of fuel, so I had to push on a little bit, but yeah, we've got the columns in balance, RPM is where I want it to be, and well, that's it. There's no more to it than that. It's as simple as that. So everything went really well. I did take a little bit longer than was necessary really, and that was as much as anything for the purpose of demonstration. And on that note, and in the spirit of full disclosure, I did upset the balance of the carbs prior to shooting the video. I did do a synchronization, a bend synchronization when we refurbed the carbs, but again for the purpose of demonstration, I thought it'd be a good thing for for the carbs to be out of synchronization and then to bring them back in. Everything went well. It's a short video. Not a great deal more to say. We met the objectives we set out, which was to balance or synchronize the carbs. No more, no less. that's it. So look forward to seeing you on the next video, and have some safe miles. But for now, bye for now.